Hi, this is Shannon from CoroWare. The other day on our CoroCall Facebook page, I posted an article about the future of work. It was one of the ones that LinkedIn recommended for me. And it was interesting. It's about things that have been changing in the way people do work and sort of some discussions about what it's going to look like, how do companies respond, and what should professionals do to be able to react to it. Essentially, he says that why we have organizations that provide work is changing. The structure of work and the workforce is changing, and much of that is because of the internet. And of course, this isn't the only place that I have seen that. Some of the blogs that I subscribe to talk about that and talk about the changing demographics of the workforce. How many people now are freelancers and like to be freelancers? I have a relative who has been essentially a freelancer. She works for a company that sets her up for different projects with different companies. So she has a job, but the work that she does changes all the time. I have a number of friends that are freelancers that provide support or accounting services or a variety of different things that way. One of the bloggers that I follow frequently talks about how he thinks essentially that the internet is allowing us to return to what existed before the Industrial Revolution, is that most people were their own boss. If you worked the land, you were your own boss unless you were a hired laborer, in which case you were an occasional hired person. You were your own boss. You contracted out like the freelancers do. If you worked in a guild, you worked in the guild, and as soon as you became a master, you worked for yourself usually. You didn't work for some other company. So the nature of work has changed over the years, and he thinks that it's going back to that way, that we'll have communities where you may have some shared office space and some shared resource space, but that when you need a CFO, you contract with someone to be your CFO for a while, or you hire temporary CFOs. That when you need IT support, you contract for it. And I actually was one of those quite a long time ago. Before Best Buy had the Geek Squad, I had a business where that's what I did. And so I think that this article is right there in the mainstream. What is the nature of work? Well, I obviously work for a company. I do a variety of jobs at this company. CoroWare offers specific merchandise for sale, services for sale, and as a result, we need to have people who can do that. Most of those people are employees. Some of them are contract labor, so they are freelancers. We have a mix in our employee base, and most companies are that way now. The days of working for one company your entire working life, those have changed. The days of looking toward early retirement and then not having anything to do for a couple of years afterwards, that has changed. Freelancing means that you can continue being productive and feeling like you're making a contribution considerably longer than in the days where you had forced retirement at a specific age. I think the nature of work is changing. Are you seeing that? Do you see it in your own working life, in the kind of work that you're doing, in your company's working lives? What do you think? Let us know, and thanks for listening.